Lizzy. She fell in love with Candie. In the past, Lizzy has only dated men.
I left my short king for my short queen.
And since getting together, the couple often attract unwanted attention due to their height difference.
People tend to sort of glare, sort of whisper amongst themselves.
I'm holding hands with somebody that is so much taller than me. And I kind of get nervous sometimes because I'm like, do they think that I'm your daughter? It affects you. Lizzy more so than me. She's the one that's questioned all the time if she's actually a woman or a man.
Hi, I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Candie.
I'm 6'3" and I swapped my short king for a short queen.
We first met from social media like from our jobs.
She kept putting up stories to try and get me.
I did, I put stories up and I was like tagging Lizzy Long Legs. I was like, anybody knows Lizzy, like can you tell her that I also do the same job as her? And that's not really heard of in our industry, like to be in the same town that close. And then she finally reached out to me and we met in Costa Coffee. Because Lizzy was so far on in the industry than I was in social media, like she had a lot more followers. I felt like I was meeting a celebrity, like that's how I felt. We became best friends for a very long time.
You were attracted to me first.
Was it obvious that I was attracted to you?
I think so, yeah, but I just didn't feel the same then.
6 months passed and I was very much aware that he didn't want me.
You did change your style, so that helped.
That helped? Did it actually?
I think it's just because I got to know you as a person, so that was what was more.
When we started to make content that wasn't just TikTok, I was like, oh, was it when you had your boob job? I don't know.
To be fair, yeah, it was probably when you had yours as well, wasn't much.
I was like, actually, they're quite nice. Getting a bit fed up with their comments online though.
People constantly questioning like my height. How tall do they think you were?
Well, they just keep saying that you're not 4'9", and I'm like, well, how tall do you think I am then?
Why does it even matter anyway? I'm not being funny. I had to have it tattooed on my hand just so that people stop asking me.
Every time we go out, even just in person, like people stare at us.
I know. I mean, I can see.
I'm past it now.
I know we are, but like obviously you can see that it's quite a significant difference. I suppose.
It's really frustrating though.
It means of people judging our relationships in public, and people tend to sort of glare, sort of whisper amongst themselves. I think just general comments. It's just words indicating with regards to our height.
I think there's like a double whammy because I think just being in a lesbian relationship on its own, as a public display, is something people talk about. I genuinely believe that, like people just look and then it makes it doubly something to look at.
I get judgment about my height on my own anyway, so people was passing judgments. If you add that dynamic into it, then it's even more so.
I'm holding hands with somebody that is so much taller than me. And I kind of get nervous sometimes because I'm like, do they think that I'm your daughter because of the height? I remember when we went through town, there was a group of guys that were stood out at the pub and they were shouting a green giant. They asked if he was a man.
That tends to be the type of thing
or
people are saying, oh, you're trans
but,
because you're tall. Or
yeah, and it was shouted in a public place, like that place being our actual hometown where we go daily. I do remember Lizzy was like, instantly wanted to leave, like we had a good day and all of a sudden like the entire day was completely ruined. Your emotion, like it was just gone. You just wanted to go. Then you got back and you were down and it affects you. Like Lizzy more so than me in this situation. She's the one that's questioned all the time if she's actually a woman or a man, which again is quite strange.
I think it's a projection of men's like insecurities over a woman being so much taller. So generally that can like emasculate them and make them feel insecure. So they project that.
Little,
yeah. We deal with the judgment just by being supportive of each other, helping each other feel better through those situations.
We never got together on a first date. It was never like that. I think because of the industry we're in, like we made content and then we kind of moved forward onto making content for our pages. When Lizzy like finally caved and made content with me in that way, that's when you kind of said to me that there was something more there. It was just natural. We spent so much of our life together that we just grew into that, and then we were sort of like, hey, are you my girlfriend? Like, what's going on here?
Yes, it was official just nearly 3 months ago. Obviously we've not like been official as publicly, only because there was such a short gap between previous relationships and it just didn't want it to continuously be out there until we were ready to. This is my first time dating a woman, and the difference is I think that women get whether women better than men do. Part of the reason I've opened myself up to women is I'm so fed up with being messed around by men.
This is my first time dating a woman. I find it quite peaceful, to be honest. There's not a lot of arguing and there's a lot of laughing. Do you think your followers are gonna think it's weird that you're with a girl? Like you've always been with a guy. I don't think you've ever been bisexual.
I think they'll just be happy that I'm happy.
Right, I'll post it. Do you think that people are going to think that you're like pretending to be with me because you've been like only ever been with men? Do you think they're going to think that this isn't like authentic?
Well, people can think what they want, but at the end of the day, we know it's genuine, so it doesn't matter what they think. People pass judgment regardless. Today we're going for a walk as a height difference couple. We often get stared at, but we don't care. Let's get ready, shall we?
I'm so shocked that jumpsuit actually fits because all the other ones are so like short on your leg.
I know, it's actually crazy. This literally could fit someone your size and mine. They must stretch very well.
It's hard finding clothes to fit your height though, isn't it? It's going to be quite nice. Have a walk without being stared at all the time, isn't it? Like in the countryside.
Yes.
A bit different than our usual walk. Literally, we just posted that TikTok not long ago and someone's just commented on it saying that you literally look like a giant.
Oh well, do you know what, I'm getting sick of comments like that, to be honest. It's just...
They do it quite often, don't they? Like, what else do they say to you?
Well, they're just always thinking it's about my height. It doesn't matter what they think.
It's not very nice though, is it?
No.
If that person was here now from TikTok, what would you say to him?
Well, I'm not being funny, you've got some of your own issues that you need to work on and just, stop projecting onto others if you're feeling insecure in yourself. What about you?
Probably nothing. I never really say anything.
I wouldn't, if they were
like
here
that.
I would, but online I just ignore them, to be honest with you, because they're just trolls most of the time. They, you know what I mean, they just get off and bringing others down. What's the point?
Has your height ever stopped you from dating before, like with blokes?
Well, it's made guys insecure because obviously there's such a significant difference, but it doesn't stop me. I still wear heels. I think now I'm more comfortable in who I am. I don't really care what they think. If they don't like it, then I'll have to buy a pair of heels as well. I'm joking, I don't mind you wearing flats anyway. I think this relationship works because we're very similar people, so we've been through a lot of the same things in life.
There's nothing that I don't like about Lizzy, is an easier way to put it. Even her flaws in your mood swings, I find them quite funny. To people who judge our relationship, I don't care what they say.
If somebody's going to judge you, regardless of if it's this or anything else, then they should look a little bit closer to home as to why they're judging somebody in the first place.